Doesn't mean anything more than right now we're talking and they'll be able to watch this. What up? So here we go. Listen to these words.
Yeah, I learned to stay strong. Concrete in the dirt I was raised on. Know how to put in work. Grinding all day, you know it's game on. My skin is thick, yeah, it's tough. Running, yeah, we stay alive. Ain't gotta look nowhere else.
See?
What
That's what
up?
I'm talking about. Episode 45. Miss Rachel. Laughter built on pain. How close?
I like it.
Okay, give me your full name, please.
Rochelle Hamm.
Yeah, see, I butchered that and I knew it. That's my Miss Manager. Love you, Becky. I go back there and look and I say, Rochelle. Well,
Rochelle.
we gonna learn together. Don't look at me like that. Don't act like you knew how to spell that. Stop it.
Hamm. Hamm.
Hamm.
Yeah.
Hope y'all got that. Hey, by the way, it'll be in the description and all that beautiful stuff, and her name will be in shining bright lights. Miss Rochelle here is a regional, at least, right, comedian, local comedian, but you're deeper than that. I know. That's what I'm excited about. So when you walk on stage, I'm going somewhere a little different with you. So I usually start early. Y'all know me. I usually start at the childhood. I didn't go there. I don't know why you talked to him. So when you go on stage, a minute, 2 minutes before, do you still get that drop in the stomach?
Yes.
Okay, and how do you release that? Do you get? Come on now. Do you
I get myself excited.
Okay, so you get
Psyching
goofy.
myself up and
Okay.
you know.
Do you
get
talk to
myself
yourself, or
on
can
the-
people tell you're doing that?
No.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I play music and just and that, like a football player. I'm not a
Okay.
football player.
So honestly, I have to get me a glass of communion to calm me down.
There's another one.
Yeah.
No.
So
Yeah.
I start out with like a Long Island iced tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that kind of calm my nerves down.
And your sets are 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes?
Yes.
I'm all of what they just subscribe, right?
Yes, it depends on. I've had to do a 10 minute set before.
Yeah.
And then fill in for someone else who did not show.
Just life stories. Is that
Yes.
your type of comedic
Yes,
pitch?
I don't do any comedy that offend people.
Oh, okay.
I make it all funny.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
And I make it all that everybody can
Relate to.
relate to. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, because everybody's the shock and awe kind of a comedians nowadays.
Right.
It takes more skill to do that, right? Would you disagree? Because it's easy to pick out an ethnic group and make fun of,
Right.
Hey there, George. The old white, it's and that kind of stuff.
Right.
Or vice Theo. That's. Did y'all like that? Hey, Bob. See, y'all don't know where I come from. I'm East Side, so we'll talk about
East
that.
Side.
Oh, I'm not. I wasn't born and bred in East Side, but I was a wannabe East Sider, and I worked hard. Grand Park and all that. I like to play basketball. Bruce Park and Grand Park were my two, where I honed my street basketball skills. No blood, no foul. That kind of stuff. And Bruce Park, Otis Smith was there. Ronnie Murphy was on, and one other. They all went. And D Brown, and they would all come up to Bruce Park because it was right by JU. And I mean, D Brown won the dunk contest in 19 or 2001, whatever. It was early. Yeah, well, I've seen it many times going over me on Bruce Park. And Otis, he was big, and he didn't talk much. They were good ball players, and I was just a regular Joe. So it was a good life. Once a comedian, always a comedian.
Always.
Always a comedian.
Always a comedian.
Middle child.
Oh, no, I'm the oldest.
Oh, you're the oldest.
Yes.
So you weren't parenting. So when you were parenting, how many kids first? Okay, I guess I am starting early.
Okay, so I'm a freak. I had 5 children.
Okay. No, I'm talking about you growing up.
Oh, 3.
Three.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm the oldest, and I
you're
got
the
two little brothers.
All right. Oh, so you're the
One
only
under
girl.
me is 2 years, and the one, the little one, the baby, he's 8 years.
How many bathrooms growing up?
1.
Damn. Damn. With 2 boys?
Yes.
Just hey.
Yeah.
Okay, I just saw that because I just cleaned our bathrooms. I grew up as a custodian with the Duval County School Board, so I appreciate a clean bathroom. And my employees, I appreciate when I don't have to make it a clean.
That's awesome.
So where did your stories come from on stage? I mean, is it early childhood? I mean, do you start and just tell stories or?
Well, honestly, I always get to a show early
Yeah.
because I want to kind of scope the place out, see who's there, and kind of size. Because sometimes if I have something already in mind what I'm gonna do or say, I have to kind of make a change and adjust. You
By
know?
reading those that are already on
Yes,
stage?
no, by looking at the crowd, the age bracket and stuff
Yeah.
like that. One time I had a whole complete set, and then once I serviced the crowd, I came out and I was like, okay, this looks like the Ben Gay in the hot flesh crowd, And then I went to popping my fan and my fan, And so I kind of brought them in.
Yeah.
And once I brought them in, then I can kind of take off and go anywhere with them.
How do you bring somebody in?
As soon as I hit that stage, I don't be playing. I give them my
3 to
song.
5 seconds.
I give them my song, and I come out, and I'm popping my fan, and I'm making all kind of noise. It's evident that I'm in the building.
Yes. You take command of the stage.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you engage a lot with the stage?
Absolutely. Yes, I do too. I will pick on somebody so quick.
Yes.
Yes, that's my thing. I might say something like, "Oh, you look nice. You wearing that or whatever."
Right.
I always do any birthdays.
Right.
Any anniversaries.
And they all think you're
that type
being
of
sweet.
thing.
Oh,
yeah.
me.
Oh, yeah.
And you go, okay. Right there.
And then when I say, okay, come on, DJ, find me some birthday music, like that, and then we kind of, to make them feel special. I'll give away some fans,
Oh, yeah.
to the oldest.
So the fan is one of your stick.
Yeah.
Can I say sticks? Is that?
That's one of
Okay.
my things.
That's one of your branded
Yeah.
moves
Yeah.
and everything. If you saw somebody else on stage with a fan, you'd be like, hey.
Okay.
Because I've never seen it.
Thing.
Okay.
Because you haven't came to my stage.
I know. I'm coming. We're going. But I didn't want to mess this up.
Okay.
Because there was more. I met you here and
Right.
through Miss Becky.
Right.
And so I didn't get to meet you on stage first.
Okay.
I might be more awestruck. I'm like, I know
Need a
her.
Bible home.
I don't know. I think I like what Jim Valvana says. He says, every day we brought to laughter, we brought to tears, and we brought to one other thing, and I'm butchering it, but I've said it many times on here, and I try to do that every day. And the laughter part I can get pretty good because there's a lot of pain. A whole lot. And a lot of my stories that I'll be telling somebody, they're chuckling. I'm like, wait a minute. So I went and did quietly. Y'all don't know this, but I went and did a down off Main Street. They have the amateur nights.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went down there and I bombed. Yeah, it was funny, but there wasn't but 3 people there.
Oh.
And I'm like, I got to have that interaction. Yeah. I've spoken to a lot of people before in business, and there's a lot. I mix laughter in, to keep them engaged and things like that. But I mean, the comedic pitch really fits a lot of different. It's not just stage, right?
Right.
I mean, is it life? I mean,
It's life, yes, it's life. And I'm high energy. You
Yes.
need high energy. Your music got to be high energy. The crowd got to be, high energy. And when you come out, you got to come out with that energy.
I didn't have that.
to get them going, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's
I
okay.
learned. I ran. I mean, I didn't run like physically. I bombed. I bombed like a boss. I mean, I ain't scared. I mean, I'm a bomb.
It's okay.
But I knew I was bombing, and so I fought through it. And there were some harder boys there. They had already been drinking a little bit. I don't think they found me funny because I look like a pretty boy,
Aw.
So it's okay.
It's okay.
You may be the rise of me again. I may make another run at it.
And that's what I was going to say. Don't let it go.
I'm not.
Uh,
Not because I want to do it for a business. I don't think I'm that guy. I think I can use my comedic pitch for other things. I don't think I'm a stand-up Theo Vaughn kind of a guy. But I'm not leaving like that.
Well, the thing is, comedians come in different varieties.
They do.
You're good at voices because I just heard you.
I
You
know.
could be that type. You could be like a voice of a cartoon character or something like that.
I think-
and that's funny.
I think I don't think I'm the greatest of anything, in the comedic world. I don't think I imitate the best. I don't think I have the best pitch, the best voice. But I've watched a lot of comedians. But man, it's hard. I don't know that I want to go through. I went through that in business and in retail and in sales and the laughter and I was a kid starting. Like you did. Did you start early in the business?
I did not.
Okay. So you
I
just,
did not.
so what shook
I-
you to the moment you said, you know what, I'm gonna start comedy?
Well, I did an open mic one night,
Okay.
and what I didn't know was it was like a
What year? I need to
oh
know.
my god,
Just ballpark. I don't even care if it's ballpark. Come on.
say around. Let's do around like 2002,
Okay.
something like
Yeah,
that.
you've been at
You
it.
know, just messing around.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's just like open mic, open like, and I did like you. So let me just try it out. Had some
Yeah.
friends come out. Well, come to find out, they did like a Apollo thing, type like a round. You had to get up, and I won the round. So it's like, and so I had to come back, you know. And then from there, I just started. I was really doing it at country clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, at country clubs, and then just kind of died.
Pick on them a little bit.
I did.
I know.
did. You know,
They like that.
but I grew to that.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing that
Yeah.
in the beginning. I
Yeah.
grew to that, and that's why I applaud everybody when you do open mics. Don't feel like you're never too good to do an open mic because that's when you learn and you grow.
You learn a lot.
Yes,
You are
you
raw.
learn a lot.
On
Yeah.
that stage with
Yeah.
a mic.
Yes.
Anybody that sits behind a mic, and whether it be a small podcast, which man, I have nothing but respect because you are exposed. These people can go back and watch things I don't even remember saying.
Exactly.
And I'm on them. I'm gonna be like, one day I'll be like, I said, what? Well, will they? You know, will they? I've wondered this. Will they ever allow me to change my mind?
Listen, once you win, you win.
I know, but I will change my mind on this thing. Like I'll say things I know. I mean, it's been a year, almost a year now. I'll say things 6 months from now that we had the flat Earth guy on. We were bouncing all over the place. That got crazy,
Wow.
and I didn't agree with everything, but I didn't dive in. It was his story. So, do you second guess? And this is where I was going with that. So I do it. I mean, I have to fight it in my head because if I allow that to get up front, man, my creativity stops.
Okay.
My finding the right question, because then I'm overthinking, and when I start overthinking, I will bomb. And I've had a few bombs on here, I think.
And that's when I was writing, because I write my own jokes. I was trying to write it and say it exactly how I wrote it. And I can tell things with the crowd, like it was kind of going downhill. So my thing is just stick to the punchline. Just stick to the punchline. You know what I mean?
Know
Kinda
your
shorten it
beginning,
up.
know
Yes.
the punchline, and work
Beginning,
the middle.
middle, end.
Yep.
You know, and then I had to look at it. You know what? This is like a ministry. It's almost like a preacher, because when people come in to see you, they could be having a bad
They
day at
hurting.
work. They are hurting.
I love
and they
comedy.
need to listen to something to say, hey, it's okay to laugh. Laughter was part of my healing.
Is part of mine.
Laughter
have to.
was part of my healing. And this is why I'm diving in hard now.
Yeah.
Because I have so many people like, damn, you know, like you were something else.
Yeah.
You know, and it's fun.
Do you find you overshare sometimes?
No.
Okay. I'm bad about that. I overshare. How do you know that line?
By the
Just quick.
intensity of the crowd.
Okay.
Now, I'm so quick now. I mean, I'm quick.
Okay, we're gonna go somewhere with that because human dynamics is human dynamics, which is a love of mine. I'm not saying I'm an expert at it, but reading somebody's face, the twitch of an eye, the turn and the whisper to the wife when you're hitting a punchline, knowing when to adjust, how to adapt. I mean, that's on the fly.
Right.
And there's no scripted. You know, I always say it. You have even in life. When you hear some people that tell the stories, they have 1 and 2 lines, and then you can sort of fit them in different spots, but the story remains the same.
Okay.
And Robin Williams was dynamic.
Yes.
But one of the most pained guys. I mean, we all saw the end.
Right.
You know, so you have the ability to feel the energy of a crowd.
Yes.
And man, when you're on, it's on.
Yes. And you can see the energy.
Yeah.
You can see how the faces are.
Yeah.
How the chemistry is with the people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the biggest crowd you've been in front of? And size don't really, you know, well, I don't know if it matters in everything. I'll let y'all decide.
So I just did a show for an organization. I was the comedian there, and it must have been about almost 200 people in there.
Wow.
Yeah. And another thing that I've learned too is you have to change. It was for breast cancer
Mm-hmm.
awareness. and I didn't want to go in sad.
Mm-hmm.
So what I talked about was first I went into we're the survivors, and then I went into survival, you know, free, like, and then I went to from being drugged to church all day and stuff like that. So I went into that, and then I said, okay, where the parents and grandparents at? We are all survivors. If you're surviving, what the children going through, what your grandkids going through, and so I went into that, right? And so I try to do that to kind of stick to the topic, you know what I mean, and then just pull from it.
You almost go where they are
Yes.
and you walk them out.
Yes.
Yeah. It's crazy how that ties in with real life and in sales and in ministry and in, we're all entertainers to a certain degree in life.
Absolutely.
You just have a light on you with a mic in your hand.
Oh, that's all I need.
So you didn't start early. So were you in business? Did you mention, you said something about cancer? Are you a breast cancer survivor?
I am not.
Okay.
I had to do comedy.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
gotcha. Okay, I'm with you.
Doing it. Yeah.
I got you. So you just dive right in where they are. One of my dear friends has lost a leg and has lost toes on the other side, and I'm sometimes brutally funny with him. And to the outside, I have to be careful when other people are around because they'll be like, "Oh, you have no empathy for this man," and I adore him, but we can either stare at the pain all day,
that's right,
or I can make it pay me something. And I didn't come up with this. There was somebody much bigger than me that says, if pain's gonna come into my life, I'm gonna make it pay me something.
Absolutely.
And you have used it for comedy, for healing for others.
Yeah.
So pain, how early? I don't need details unless you just dive in. I'm not searching, but how early was it? Youth? Was it self-imposed? Was it just something you grew up through?
Well, my pain came in my later years when I lost my husband.
Okay.
Tragically.
Yes. I want to stop right here for a minute. And so, what was his name?
Frank Hamm the third.
Okay, so explain to the audience who Mr. Hamm is.
Mr. Hamm was my king. He was my husband, and we were married for 18 years. We were together for over 20 years. And Frank was a merchant. He was a merchant seaman, so he loved the water. He loved traveling, been all over different parts of the world and things. So back in 2015, his vessel, El Faro, was on the way, leaving Jacksonville, on the way to Puerto Rico, and they went head on into a Category 5 hurricane.
Wow.
Yeah, Hurricane Joaquin. And as a result, the ship sank and all 33 crew members were lost. At the time, I just stopped doing everything because I just felt like I needed to know what happened, why it happened, how could I prevent it from happening. And I'm a fighter, so right in that minute, I went into fighting mode. And I said, you know what? I don't want this to happen to nobody else.
How long were they searching?
They searched for 3 days. They searched for 3 days. And it was a big thing. It was all over the news.
And you knew he was hanging on. I know. The hope to the let go to the hope. Did you go through that?
Yes, because we had to stay up, wee hours of the night, call this number and all like that. And they were like, oh.
Emotionally deprived, sleep deprived, food deprived.
Yes. One of my sons was in Kentucky in Job Corps, and I was trying to hurry up and get him home, but I had to end up telling him over the phone because by then it was all over the news and and I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish that on anybody. And then I started getting educated.
Let me ask you. I want to stop just one more second. Did people try to interview you and all that while you're going through the pain and?
Oh yeah. But listen, I was a beast. I put myself aside and I was straight.
Isn't that crazy how we get centrally focused? Singularly focused.
I was focused. I didn't care about nothing.
Yep. It became your life.
It became
finding out who, what, why.
Yes.
Yeah, there you were going to find a reason.
Oh, I was going to find a reason.
And did you?
I did. I got educated.
Yeah.
Took classes.
How long do you think it took you?
In order for me to get this test done, it took me 3 years.
So from 2015 to 2018.
It took me 3 years. Yes. I got educated. I started talking to officials, some in Nelson, going to Washington, and it took me 3 years, and I was able to get a federal law passed in my husband's name.
What?
Yeah, the Hamm Alert Maritime Safety Act.
Federal law. Hang on, let me get this. I want to get this right. Federal law. You're so excited about it. Hamm, what was it again?
The Hamm Alert Maritime. Wake up.
That's awesome.
Bill.
Maritime Safety Act bill. All right,
Yes.
what is it? And
What it is it's a bill that keeps the vessels safe before they even go out.
checking them and for
Yes.
pre-inspections.
Absolutely.
Just like you would do a plane.
Right. And if something is wrong, it will get flagged. You know. Another thing that I wanted in place was when the crew see something and they report it, they get in trouble.
Yeah, I get that. Because it cuts on the profits.
Yeah, they get in trouble. So if I'm calling, hey, it's a well, who are you and what is your role like that? So now they've created an anonymous button on there that they can hit, and that alert that something is going on and something is wrong.
That's good.
Because at the end of the day, like I tell everybody, listen, they wasn't on a cruise.
Yep.
They wasn't on a trip. They wasn't on vacation. They were working.
They were paying bills.
And they never came home from work.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
That's a big problem.
That's a problem.
Because they live on boats.
Absolutely. To provide for their families.
The kids, wow.
We were broken. My two babies were still in high school. Yeah.
Everybody.
My daughter was a senior. My son was a sophomore. And we were all at odds. We blamed each other, things like that.
Emotions were just going all over. They're just seeping out, fighting. And I was really impressed. There was a gentleman I know, I'm not going to put him on blast, but it was at Fleming Island in 2015. He lost his mother, and he was a junior, I think. Might have been a sophomore. And he was a really good athlete, and all eyes were on him. And I remember I used to sit back, behind the fence and watch and go, wow. And he carried himself so well out in public. But I know there were moments that, it weighs on you. I mean, you lost your king.
Right.
How do you reset? I mean, when did you start? I mean, was it months when your mind starts going, okay, get up? Well, no, you were already up.
I was already moving. I was at the point where I need balance, And I said, people are suffering, and it's not fair that I stop doing those things.
But let me say something. I've heard this a lot. I could be wrong, and that's what I love about this thing. What great in life has ever come with balance in life? Even up to and including Jesus. Did he have balance?
Exactly.
At 33,
Right.
He was all in.
Right. 100.
And so I think the all in people may have something to it, but the all in has to be balanced. Meaning I have to have my mental and my spiritual side has to be still engaged.
Yes.
And then I can run at I can plane at a pretty high motor.
Right. And that's where I was. My main thing was I have to get more church because I need strength.
Spiritual foundation.
Yes. Because when I went up there, everybody's not a Christian.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at the table with spirits.
Yep.
And my family was here praying with me. My family in Baltimore were praying for me. And, I don't even know how I did that.
Who sponsored the bill?
Senator Nelson.
Okay.
And his team.
I just want to make sure we give him a shout out.
And President Trump was the one that signed it. And I should have bought it before.
That's okay. We'll put a link, and you can text me anything that you want in the description. I'll put links to everything, even things that honor Mr. Hamm and the crew. What was the date that they passed?
October 1st, 2015. So we just celebrated the 10th year anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so 3 years in, you get this passed?
Yes.
And all of a sudden, that motor goes, okay, now what?
It was like, now what? And so one of the things that I wanted to do was meet and Frank's, the family of his coworkers, because I wanted to know about his coworkers. So I started venturing out, and I've been to Wisconsin. I went to Wisconsin.
And that's more of it for you.
And, met the family there. And as the time was kind of,
Yeah, okay.
As time was kind of moving on, we were all beginning to kind of get to know each other and stuff, and even though I was in a mode over here, everybody, it was like, okay, Ham was all right. A lot of them call me their spokesperson. Anything that happens to El Faro, they call me, Miss Hamm, have you heard this? Or have you, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere, you know, I'm everywhere. And the blessing is so much has transpired. Even in the midst of this, I was able to retrieve my husband's work helmet. There was a family in Ormond Beach that found Frank's helmet. It washed up on the beach. And
How long after?
2016,
What, a year plus?
um,
Wow.
they reached out on Facebook, but I wasn't on Facebook then. And they cleaned the beach and they saw all this stuff, shoes and all kinds of stuff. So they didn't understand
Right.
that the crew literally live on
Right.
these vessels.
Right.
So they have all of this stuff,
Right.
you know. And she looked up the tragedy, and Frank had his name written on the helmet and everything. And we went down and got Frank's helmet, and they became our family. And the husband, Tony, it was so hard for him to release Frank's helmet to me because he was a Dolphin fan like Frank was. He was a DJ like Frank was, you know. And we just became family. Yeah. So I mean, so it's story after story.
So you're
It's
still
awesome
you're still
thing.
in deep pain though. So
Still
you
in deep
yeah. So you the feet start slowing down a little bit.
Yeah.
We taste it, and so So you went around, met the families. When did the comedy start bleeding in?
The comedy came from it started like I'm gonna try to, and this time I'm gonna go hard. And it really wowed me because then I started, are you available on this day? Are you available on that day? You know, can you do 10 minutes? Can you do 5 minutes? And then I'm kind of like getting my name out there, and I associated myself with, you know, my friends that kind of got me out there, got me on shows and stuff like that.
So relationships
Yes.
have helped you.
Yes,
Comedic relationships.
yes, that has helped tremendously.
So when you do shows, how do you network? I mean, do you go to associations, or is it on the road, like when they come through and you're doing a set before them or what have you?
Actually, I'll go to a show to I'm gonna tell you this one. I went to a show to support one of my brothers, and he was like, "Did you know that?" I said, "No, I'm not mad." He said, "I'm gonna introduce you to him after the show," and he did. And he has been putting me, and mind you, this man did not ask me for no stats, no videos, or any of that. He went on the word of my brother Osrich.
That's heavy.
Yes, yes,
Osrich?
yes. His name is Osrich Oakley. Ozrick Oakley.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, you hear so many ugly things in the comedic world, stealing jokes, and the Joe Rogan years ago when the Mexican gentleman that was big at that time, and it almost destroyed his career. How do you ever hear? I mean, how do you know you're not being influenced by others? You know, when you're writing your jokes, or is it just your story and you know it's your story?
Oh no, I write all the time.
So you keep books with you?
No, if I don't put it in my phone,
Oh, gotcha.
I keep something in my car, and I have to write it right then.
Yep.
Once I write what it is, I already know what it's gonna be. So
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
And material is every day.
Every
Material
day.
that, like, you know, and here it's like, this is what I call going to the gym.
Yes.
And this is the first time that I've ever had a podcast in a
vintage
like this.
store.
And only it's like a stage, laid out. I'm surrounded by all the teachers. I'm going to look at the camera, just look beyond, you know.
It's a mental stimulation.
So this is the first for me. You
That's
know?
awesome. That's awesome.
So I was talking about this on my next show.
And customers, they don't know what to do.
Right.
One day, I'll have it set over there. One day, we'll be having live podcasts when people walk around here
Right.
as well. So.
Okay. Like, okay, see, I'm sitting, and is it like for sales?
Yeah, I know. No. People try to buy all this stuff. This all personal. No, this all got meaning for me back here. So that's not for sale. So so you start 2018, 2025. So you've been on 7 years hard at this.
Yeah.
But I mean, right off the bat, it doesn't support. So you got to work and do this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I mean, that's done, and then you got to get on stage and deliver, which I understand that a little bit because we're all on stage to a certain degree.
Right.
Do you find it healing for you? I mean, are you able to bury things that people really, I mean, they may be chuckling, but they don't understand the weight of what you're sharing?
Yes, at first I wasn't able to even talk about what happened, but now I can say, I've been single, I've been married, now I'm a widow, and I look at people, and then I go, damn, I got dreams now, I want to pull it. Like I'm living my best life. I can do what I want to do, go where I want to go.
I mean, nobody. Mama, you do get that every now and then, right, Mama? They probably love hearing the laugh, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they heard the pain enough.
Right.
Yeah. Visions. I mean, are you a vision board person? Do you think?
Am not a vision board person.
Yeah.
But I'm a visionary.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a visionary because where I'm at now, I'm a widow.
Yeah.
I'm a young widow.
Yes.
And I'm a Christian. I'm in church.
Yeah.
But the average church, there's a singles ministry, there's a married couples ministry, nothing for women. And the Bible speaks of how Jesus loves widows and what the church is supposed to be doing concerning widows. So I'm getting ready to start a widows and widowers group outside of the church, and I'm launching it next year because I've ran into so many widows. I was like, how am I gonna do this? And God say, you just do it. You do your fasting, you come up with a name, and I'll send you the widows. I've had so many people, I know this lady, I know this guy, and it's not about being booed up, it's about support.
I understand. Let me tell you something. You join the Clay County Chamber. It's like $35 a year or whatever. Go to the Finally Fridays here. And I'll introduce you some people that will take you. There's nothing like that out there. And there are so many widows, men and women. You'll be surprised how many men come in. I would be surprised. You probably have already run into them.
I believe it.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that till now because the young man I spoke of lost his mom. So that made this, and I watched him. This man is a strong businessman. And I watch it break him. When we lose you ladies, I mean, you lost your king. Y'all are strong people. Y'all able to stand. You let a man lose a woman. We're like,
Oh my God.
man, how do you work this remote, baby? Where's my underwear? How do you work this? I mean, we're lost.
I'm telling you, I took off. I said, oh no, not on my watch.
Yeah.
They had the right idea, but the wrong one.
Yeah.
And I'm taking action.
Yeah.
And the
That's
the
exciting.
journey has changed. It is exciting.
Yeah.
And it's different. And it's like, what do you do from here?
Yeah. Well, it also branches off with your skill sets. I mean, you have the ability to lead. You have the ability to lead a room because you're going to need support. If you do a 501c3 and you make it and when you get it, come on and we'll post it here because I have people that watch from Washington. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have some regular. There's one young lady, Miss Candace. She lives up in Washington. She watches every episode, and she's always texting me, and I loved it. Oh, she'll mention you.
Okay, that's
So
awesome.
yeah.
I tell you, I've really been resting with the Lord here lately because I even have 501c with my Hamm alert, and I've been
Hamm alert, help me now. What's that?
Hamm alert.
What's this?
Well, what I do is I mentor the young ones that's out there because word on the street, go out there and you make money and you make steak. My husband, I'm a
Young comedians, you mean?
No. I'm talking about
Young people.
merchant seamen.
Oh, young merchant seaman.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get these quick stacks. They think they thinking quick money. They're not thinking, you know what?
Being away from the bride, the kids, the home life.
And if you don't come back, and in my journey, I've met young comedians as well. And I'm ready to just take somebody under my wing and let them walk with me. You know what I mean? I'm not ashamed. I
Nothing
love
like
grooming.
giving.
It's nothing like giving, and I love grooming, and it's helping me to get stronger because I didn't see the vision. My vision over here, Pastor, we have to have a women's ministry at the church, and I let those sisters. It went from 3 to 33, and I led them for 8 years, and then God got this right here. You will be doing something for widows. So I passed down the mountain. I'm still a member,
Right.
but I'm not a leader anymore in that area. Now I have to go over here and help widows and widowers.
and not even an idea you were going to be there.
Not
You were
even.
honing your skills, and then pain had to come for you to be able. You would have never been able to touch.
Never.
I can never go speak to a widow or a widower unless you've experienced it. They'll know. You know right away if somebody's truly experienced the pain you've experienced. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so from that, do you travel much in the comedy, or is it a little more local?
Oh, I've been in Orlando.
Okay. Okay.
Again.
Orlando now is a booming place for the industry.
Down there to support me and my friends. One of my friends. And I introduced myself actually to the guy. He booked me.
Do you have a lot of social media presence?
I do not. I'm
Okay.
on Facebook,
Right.
but I don't have it where it's my, my comedy, things like that. But
We gotta get you TikTok. I know China gonna read everything on your phone. They already know anyways, people. If you got the flashlight app, they already know. They've known since the slide phones what y'all been doing. That's why I'm going to those websites. Dirty little people. So
they're not all bad though. They the ones that got my. Listen, what. A lot of the things that
China.
what's on your clothes, what's on certain things.
people don't realize.
Yeah. I got my fans made
Yeah.
in China.
People's I sold unfinished real wood furniture. I would have people come in and they'd be like, "Where's that wood made? I mean, where's that furniture made at?" And I go, "Where's that belt made at? Where are your shoes made at? Where'd you go to work? Did you go to Walmart? Do you know?" I mean, this is back in the '90s when we are a global economy today.
It takes all of us.
It does. And by the way, when we were making furniture in America, which there's still some, we were cutting down oak trees that took 90, 100 years. A lot of the woods we use today, like that chair,
Right.
It grows to maturity in 30 years and they replant. So it's more, eco-friendly.
Right.
And, people they don't know. Ignorance is a funny thing. Do you deal with hecklers well?
I had maybe about two,
Okay.
but
It's usually the drinking crowd that the hecklers there, right? Oh, yeah.
I tell them, "Pete, don't start no."
It's ammunition for you.
Shoot.
You just gave me my whole set.
Ooh, ready. Please bring it. Please bring it.
Y'all are good. I'm quiet. I'm quiet. Have you ever been up to Columbia, South Carolina? Okay, they have a pretty good comedy area. What community?
I would love to see you on stage.
Oh, I'm not. Oh no, I will just find. I'll point you the right direction because there's a huge African American comedy zone-ish thing off of Decker Boulevard in Columbia, South Carolina. Only know back in my drinking days. And oh no, I got in, and I took David with me. If he was here, he'd tell it. He was so scared. We were the only two white boys, and we got there late. And so when we walked in, it was like the lights went on, because I was just walking by. And we had been there throwing darts, and I walked by, and they had a picture of whoever was pitching, whoever was the main event. And so we went in and sat down, and I think I don't think it was the main person. I think they spent about 5 minutes on us. Yeah, I was laughing my butt off. Because it was the kind, they running up and down the stage, not stage, but the aisles laughing. It was just a blast.
And see, I like diverse.
Yeah.
I love diverse. I did comedy at a gay club.
Yep.
And when I tell you they are safe, they had condoms everywhere. I didn't know they even came in different flavors. They had them in grape and bananas.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
I've been married too long.
Listen, they had them in hot sauce and I was like, wow. I said, one thing about it, y'all safe in here.
Them stores getting bigger nowadays.
Oh,
I've noticed when I drive by.
Listen, I went to the restroom. There was no privacy. You just walk right on in and do what you. I was like, okay. So I talked about that on stage.
Stories.
Yes, but I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to reset your stories over and over, like when your sets? You got keeping them fresh, or do you have those go-tos that you just know are home runs?
I have the go-tos.
Yeah.
And then a lot of my thing is I love freestyling. I love freestyling. I went to a show one time and I was going to support, and my girlfriend was like, "You gotta open up, please, because you're just good at that." And I went out there and killed it.
Sometimes that's the best when you're not preparing mentally.
Right.
Because fear gets in,
Yes.
and the doubt and all that.
Right.
Oh, what ifs, and
Right.
just give me the mic and throw me up there.
You know, and I went into the birthdays and stuff. And
Yep.
this one guy, he was so handsome. It was predominantly white crowd.
Yeah.
And he was picking with me, and I said, I'm interested in some pink meat. You know, you ready for this chocolate bunny? You know, so I go like that, you know, to make it fun. you know?
Yes.
And at the end, he was like, okay, what's your name is? I said, okay now.
But sometimes early comedy is harder because you're even more face to face than you are up on the big stage.
Right.
Where you dominate the presence. Here you got to earn it even more so.
Yeah, you do.
Because I mean, when they're that close,
Right.
they almost feel like you're one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love when I'm not on the flyer. Because when I go, I went to the place one time, I wasn't on the flyer. And I had to go to the restroom. The lady was like, can you fix my bra, please? And I was like, sure. And she was like, you know, I can't get it to fit. And I said, that's why you need to wear two like me. Because she was like, oh, girl, you sitting up high. I said, I don't like
Sitting up high.
I said, honey, I wear two. I got on stage. And she was like, oh, my God. I talked about that on the stage. But she was looking like, oh my God. I didn't know that she was a comedian. So I love shocking people like that.
When you own that crowd, this I understand. When you own that crowd and walk off, there just isn't much better feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, when you know you hit a set that was right.
Right. And
Yeah.
I always ask my friends because that's another thing too. I'm like, damn, you be deep. Every show I have probably 50 or more at all my shows.
Hmm.
That's funny.
Wow. So how would they find you on Facebook? And I'll post this too.
You can put Rochelle Hamm,
Rochelle.
ROCHELLE, Hamm, HAMM.
Okay.
And I just love it. I love life.
Yeah.
I love meeting people.
So I want to see where the healing really kicked in.
Okay.
So 2015, 2018, you're still grinding. Have you healed in that time? I mean, because you're moving so fast, your emotions aren't even dealt with, right?
And that's the thing. When the pandemic hit,
Okay. 2019-ish is about.
Yes.
Okay, 2019.
the churches were closed.
Yes.
And
We lost a lot of people.
We lost a lot.
A lot of people we're not talking about it.
Right. And we were lurking, we were yearning, we were on, Facebook watching.
They had
church.
no physical contact.
None at my
None.
church. We were having church outside.
Do you know the only one that kept it open was AA?
Yeah.
We were holding hands. We were like, whatever. Man, we've already been to hell. you know? Yeah. Very crucial.
And I said, I can't, because the minute I slow down, that's when everything kind of.
Because right now, it's almost like you get it accordioned out.
Right.
And when you slow down, it all snaps back
It
in at
does.
one time.
It does.
And if I can keep moving,
Right.
I can keep it spread out long enough that I can deal with it individually.
Exactly. So this happened.
That's
2015.
interesting.
I really didn't start dealing with the grief and everything until during that pandemic time.
Let me ask you something. Is it you dealing with the grief or the grief dealing with you?
The grief dealing with me.
I know, I understand that so
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
I knew you'd get that.
Yeah.
I get that. Because it's going to force you.
right. And then when
You can't outrun it.
You can't. And you can't turn it on and turn it off. Like, even now, it's 10 years for me, right? We laughing, we talking. By the time I get in my car, I could be in tears.
That's right.
I can't turn it on. I can't turn it off. And this didn't come with a manual.
It's acceptance.
Yes.
Is what it sounds like.
Yes.
Man, that's a concept that keeps popping up here. Because acceptance is the key, whether it be biblical or
Exactly.
personal growth. And
Right.
acceptance on your set. Hey, man, I gave the very best deliveries I could, and it is what it is. Next.
Because
Yeah.
I'm looking at people are paying.
Yes.
Just my friends pay to see me.
Yeah.
They got to come and they pay to see me. They paying for drinks. They paying for food. So on this journey, guess what I'm getting ready to start doing next year? My own shows. I want to do something for widows. I want to do something for children. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Now, I tell you, raunchy, so, but I'm clean too. I can be clean too.
You can go.
Raunchy
Yeah.
is
I know. No, I like the F word, man. I've gotten better on here. I, I get it, especially when you got the right crowd. They gets it.
Yes, when they fun and they engage with
Right.
you and stuff like that.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a belly laugher, so I'd help. Yeah, because I love to laugh. I mean, I love it. But I like real life. Like people try to tell me stories, knock down. I'm like, please don't. I'll even tell them halfway through, please don't. It's not funny to me.
Yeah, it's not funny to me.
No, but you tell me real life,
Yes.
and I mean,
Storytelling.
oh,
Comedian.
the stuff that's walked in here. I mean, the stuff that walks down the road. It's just that's comedy.
material.
Yes, COVID was very deep for many of us. And not only that, but financially, comedians were hurting.
Absolutely.
And then the social media shifted, which eliminated the personal touch.
Yeah.
And they were starting to do stuff online now.
Yep.
And it hasn't stopped.
No, it went straight out. I haven't even tapped into that. I have not. But I'm
TikTok,
getting
because
ready
I
to.
asked you, like
Yeah.
TikTok, you know. Okay, I usually that's what that's there for.
Okay.
I can put TikTok on, and I've done it quite a few times. I can put the TikTok live on, and all my people will come on, and they'll start throwing me monies, flowers, and it's not it ain't good looking. There's plenty of good looking guys on there. It's the entertainment value. I appreciate what you're doing. They'll love you. They'll comment, and you get to pitch your material, and I get so much more material. So I practice on TikTok for Whatnot, which is a live interacting sales.
Okay.
Your comedy value for the 501c3, you can sell. I mean, there's so much you can do online from your house.
Wow.
You know, with that fan alone can make you a millionaire.
When I come out and pop that fan, they go off.
You see my fan, but
They
that's
go
Hamburger Mary's.
Off. Now I haven't did comedy there.
Okay, she's Jordan, the owner, is
But
going
I've
to be
been
on there.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been
Oh.
there and it's fun. I haven't been to the new location though.
Yeah, no, it's nice.
It's fun.
Yeah, and we've talked. There's not much out in Clay County though, right?
I don't know because I'm in Duval.
Okay.
I'm on the line, so I'm
Okay.
in Duval, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's not much out here because there's not many clubs either.
Okay.
You know, Clay don't play. So,
Hey, don't play.
love y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate our sheriff. But
I love
yeah, it ain't. I mean, Cheers has the market on it. I thought about, even with all that we have, doing them in here. Why not? I mean, this room and that room, if I can keep the aisles open wide enough, I mean, you can have fun.
Well, absolutely. You can set up comedy anywhere. I've done private shows
Yep,
at people's houses,
yep.
in the backyard.
And if somebody wants to get a hold of you for your comedic values, and they can tell you what kind of clean, raunchy,
Absolutely.
PG-13, and you can adapt on the fly.
On the fly.
On the fly. And but they get to you through the Facebook
They can
page?
give you the Facebook page or they can call me. I'll give you my number.
Okay, yep.
904
Mm-hmm.
382
Get your pens, people.
0707.
382-0707. See, I can listen while I talk.
Comedian Foxy Hamm.
Foxy Hamm. Okay, and I will post this on the on all the descriptions and everything like that. But there's a whole nother revenue stream for you, like yours, having somebody like your son or somebody follow you and sit here and shoot it while we shoot, and everywhere you go in your life alone. Gary V is a great guy to follow. Now he's on TikTok, on Instagram, he's on Facebook. Gary V for 20 years has his finger on the pulse of social interest. He doesn't even call it social media anymore. He calls it social interest, because I can have like 300-400 views on a TikTok video, but I can touch thousands. He explains it better than I do.
Okay.
And he's the one that's encouraged me. He says, grab your phone, put it up, and tell something that you stink at.
Mm.
I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
Scary as hell. I'm going to expose and so because I know what I'm bad at. There's many things I'm not good at. And he's just great at building businesses with your skill sets. So as you build, you got to look into him. And God will guide you.
Amen.
Yeah, just start looking for Gary V, and then I get out of the way. So let's see what happens with that.
Please, keep me in prayer. My spiritual life has grown as well. Yeah, I do speaking, I do presiding, and I was kind of.
Because it's not just comedy. You can I mean, you can go, you can get, I mean, you lost your husband. So, I mean, you can go speak to bereavement places and, I mean, yeah. I mean, you can be a keynote speaker. There's no telling where this thing goes.
It can take. Even when I was at the Saturday, aren't you the comedian? I was like, yeah. I even had my seniors cracking up.
Now, this Frank, he never goes away. I mean, that's your love. You know, dating.
Listen, let me tell you.
Okay.
It's hard out here for Foxy Hamm.
It's hard for
Because
Foxy. It's hard for Foxy.
already got two questions to ask. Are you married? Are you single? Now it's the third question. What sex was you born as?
No. Yes. But you know what we were talking about this on TikTok Live today. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's you want material? I got yeah. So we were talking about this on TikTok. I said, but in reality, I have a lot more opportunities. See, I mean, I can come from a bunch of different angles. I can be a reverse that likes women, that's a lesbian, and still like girls. And I don't even know the words. How about this? 50 years after you're gone, they can pull up your DNA and you're one of two things.
Exactly.
But I respect all.
Oh, I do too.
I don't get in the middle of the. I have so many family members. Miss Becky's uncle is one of my dearest, and I just don't see it, you know. But I don't play on that team either.
But at the end of the day, you know, you have to love everybody.
You have to.
You know, you have to love everybody. And I do love everybody.
I can disagree with certain things,
Right,
and I don't
right.
even have to preach to them.
Right.
You know.
I just know that, you know, I like the swinging thing.
Yes.
And I want to make sure that's what I'm getting into.
Here's what helps me. Is it the act that it's bugging me, or would I be just as insulted by my daughter being with a man before, you know what I mean? Or is it that it's the community they come from? And that's where I make sure my intentions are clear and pure. And if they're pure there, then my decisions are good, you know. And I've learned to love people. It took me a while, but I've learned to just love people for people. And I take them from where they are, like people's pasts.
Right.
You know, I don't listen to other people. I'll go, you know, I'll just take them from where they are right here. I mean, thank you, but I'll take them from where they are right here. Because unless you're willing to bring them in and sit down right in front of them and talk about it, I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
You know, because that means you don't have enough conviction. You know, you've been so busy, you can't really get in trouble much, can you? I mean, you've been busy for the healthy though. I mean, come on, in between.
Man, in between that.
Okay. Is there spiritual warfare? I mean, for you, like to keep you on the track. I mean, to get that bill passed.
So
You're rubbing elbows.
during that time, I literally sat at the table with our leaders that we put in office, and these are what they were saying to me: Mrs. Hamm, what do you want us to do? It happens all the time. I said, here's my list of demands. I'll have the blood of 33 people on them that were working and did not come home from work. And this is why I've been activated to make sure it don't happen again. Nobody should have to, you know, say, I love you, I'll see you when you come back, to their loved one and they don't come back. You know, some people were their only child, you know, and it's not right. And I don't care.
When it was preventable.
When it was preventable.
Yeah.
Profit over people.
Yep. You see it in so many facets.
Exactly. And safety, I mean, I'm on it to the T. Let me go in the store and see some water on the floor. I'm getting somebody, because guess what? Somebody can trip, break their leg, or even die, hit their head or something. You know what I mean? I'm to the T.
Yeah.
I don't play about it.
Yeah. Do you have grandkids?
Absolutely. 10.
Yeah, 10?
Yes, I just had one.
Do they get to hear grandma? What do they call you?
Well, some of them call me Ro.
Bro.
Yes, and then some of them call me Grandma Ham.
Okay.
Don't that sound so innocent?
Yes. Yes.
And don't Ro sound gangster?
Yes, it does. Woo woo. Do you drink? Do you drink while you're on stage? I mean,
No.
Okay, because I wouldn't be. I'd keep drinking, and all of a sudden I get sloppy.
No, I always go in and kind of surface. And I'll do one drink first. When I get done, I probably do another drink, but I don't ever drink excessively like that because at the end of the day, you got other promoters.
Yep.
You don't ever know who's going to come up.
You don't, especially in comedy.
Right.
It takes one time.
Right.
One time. You know what's interesting is there's a gentleman here locally. He'll never watch this. That is a country singer. I've had him in the store singing before. I had gotten into Orange Crush with Waka Flocka and Great Ape and Trick Daddy, and so I learned how to run festivals. I wasn't trying to be a gangster. It was a long, too story, and it was stupid. I got ahead of God, what happened. So, but I did learn a lot. I learned how to put festivals on. What I was trying to do, I tell y'all what I was trying to do, is I was trying to take Orange Crush, which was, Orange Crush, gangster rap. And I was trying to broaden it for the African American community and have Christian rappers, have gospel, have country African American singers, have African American comedians, and show the variety of the community. And they just got so the street they couldn't see the vision.
They don't see the vision.
I introduced them to all the city officials, and we were pulling permits.
See?
And then once they thought they had it, they cut it. They lost. So
They lost.
what up, Mikey?
Because you can do something right here. I mean, you can have a Christmas party.
Well, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
There I am with pain again. So I lost a lot, but I said, okay, if I'm gonna go through pain, it's gonna have to pay me. And I didn't know I was saying that, but I learned how to throw festivals. So comedic festivals at Bay Meadows and Phillips Highway, I can put. Police stages, letting the city put the stages up.
See? There you go.
Yeah, for minimal costs. And there is money to be made. We made money. There was pocketing it. I didn't know.
Yeah. It's hard to trust it.
Oh, trust is people think they know you. I would imagine after sets, and
They really do.
and they really don't
They really
know you.
do. But as for you, look at how your pain turned to your gain.
It did. This came from it.
See?
Even being willing to understand and dive in. Me and David didn't know what the heck we were doing with all this stuff right here. Yeah, and it's growing. You're right.
Absolutely.
And I am determined to keep a light on my pain, not a light on the ugliness of my pain, but I just don't want to forget.
Right.
I don't want to forget where I came from because there's another Brett, there's another Foxy Hamm that's going to come through, wants to be a comedian or has been a widow or has been, through the stuff, addictions and stuff I've been through. And God, it's fun to watch how he brings, this one's for Miss Hamm, this one's for Brett. And if I'm ready and doing my part, what you were doing, just moving, he gets to just throw another one in the wheel, and it works.
And the thing is, when you talk about the Bible, if you're not doing anything, you can't be used.
Right.
In the Bible, there are whoremongers, adulterers, and preachers,
Yeah,
Think
ever
about
pay
it.
attention? Do
Think
you
about
ever
it.
pay attention to every great story, for the most part, in the Bible, and who he used? They were imperfect.
There you go. Because those are the ones that God can use.
Yes.
You know?
The broken.
That's right.
Because I think, if I had to break it down on a core, to me, it's my weakness is my strength now. I know I can't carry. There ain't no way I could have made it through losing Frank or losing my king or losing, my kids.
Right.
And there's so much tragedy. The other thing TikTok has taught me is you ain't got it that bad, Brett. Mr. Big, who, he was a Top Gun instructor. I only know him through podcasts, and I hope he watches this. Stage 4 cancer. He's going around visiting his family, and I ran into him on TikTok.
Yeah.
You'll like this being a comedian. He was busting on me that night. Now, you'll start learning. You almost start hearing their voices. We're going to talk about this one day about the relationships that are built on social interests and social media. And so Big was busting on me, and he had a little saucy side to him, a little raunchy side to him, because he was a Navy. He was a pilot, and Top Gun is where they go teach the Blue Angel. Anybody that's a top flight, he flew Mach 8. And this guy, and all of a sudden I've run across him on TikTok. And so the first night I met him, he was in intensive care, and he had a tube down his throat. And he was trash talking me. And I said, that's not what you said. What you said was, ah. And I'm telling you, for 45 minutes, because you can do 9 boxes where you can hear their voices, see their faces. Now, we couldn't see his face, but for 45 minutes, we cracked up. He was busting on me. Everybody else got involved. And laughter is such a healthy medicine. We even joked, because the tube came out the next day. And we even joked that it was halfway moving up while he was laughing that night. And he has been following ever since. And I got to look in. Now, it was only in a camera, but I didn't know that I'd ever tell this, but I got to look in the camera. There was other people that were on there, and I said, do you believe that somehow that cross mattered for you?
Absolutely.
And he said yes. Now, I don't know exactly what that means.
Right.
I don't think there's a voodoo word. I just know the faith of a mustard seed. And Joby Martin of 1122 taught me that little verbiage. Didn't personally, but he says it all the time. Our start of that church is, if somehow a movement for all people. That's all people. That's wounded. That's broken. He says it all the time. He says, it ain't the broken and the lost that I'm worried about. It's you church goers.
Absolutely.
You all prettied up and Sundays and get all dolled up and and then and then when you get in that car and you take off that hair and the bonnet and then who am I?
Who are you?
Who am I?
That's right.
I didn't find me so pretty every day.
I hope not, Brett.
I've got.
Say pretty.
I know, right? Oh, you're right about that. I didn't even know what breezy meant, man. I had these boys so I ran a warehouse off of Liberty Street and Main Street for years. And I mean, I'd chase crackheads down the road with my hand truck. They can't run very far. They get gassed. And I'd be in my truck. Will you stop running? I would get the metal. It was metal. They go sell the metal, and I would always feed them. They became my watchdogs at night. The hookers, and y'all can judge if you want. It's the
they
world.
Are people too.
And I'm gonna tell you, I would bring them donuts in the morning because I'd get there like 5 o'clock in the morning, and they would be on the corners. And then when the sun come up, I could get out of my corner. I mean, we got to know where we could. Now, I'm not saying that they were my best friends, or if I'd had $1 million, they wouldn't have come got it. But I found them to be good people,
That's right.
and I learned a lot from that. I learned a lot from that area. That there is so much pain in this world that is beyond what I've been through.
Right.
These men were grown men in the African American community, and they didn't know how to be men. It was weird to me because I grew up, with parents. However, I disagreed with certain things. I was taught to be a man just through action, and they didn't have that. No matter how hard the mama works, I had one guy who did something, I'm not going to go into great detail, but did something we had an upper deck, and I went up there. He was a boxer, and I was a feisty little boy, and I'm pointing, don't you ever do that in my warehouse, because this place had lost respect in the warehouse, and I brought him downstairs. I brought all the guys around, and they were all local guys, and I let them decide what to do with him, and I knew they'd keep him, but it started building a little bond, And men, I had one that came to work, Cedric, came to work, and he was moving slow. He was my packer, and I paid packers more. And by that time, I'd had a structure, and these guys were making good monies. I was like, Ced, man, we got to go. We had a lot of trucks. And he didn't say anything. And one of the guys rolling by says, his girlfriend got him. I said, what do you mean got him? Stuck him. So what do you mean? I said, Ced, come here. His girlfriend had stabbed him, trying to get the liver, I guess, but didn't. Got him on the side, and he had a slice, and he had patched it, but he didn't want to miss work. And I said, Cedric, go to the hospital.
For real.
But he had that much respect at the end. He was the guy that was up there that we were going to let go, and he became one of my best until that place went away.
God.
Look at God, because I would have never gave that man a chance, but for the grace of God, there go I, And there was a Nehemiah's Project. I'm going to get you in touch with them.
Okay.
So they are St. John's. A lot of St. Augustine's getting bought up by the wealthy. And so a lot of the urban people that have lived there forever are getting pushed out. So they are donating lands to the Nehemiah's Project. If you do hashtag Nehemiah Project. Well, one of the gentlemen was also a counselor when I got sober a long time ago. I sat down with him. Man, he was from the street. He was like little chubby African American guy, pushes his glasses up. He's sitting there cutting on an apple or something. He goes, and he pegged me in about 2 seconds. I didn't get pegged much. He pegged me, and I thought we came from two different worlds, and we did not. And by the end, he told me, he said, Brett, change your game, not your hustle.
All right.
And that's really your hustle has maintained. You just have redirected and redirected, where I redirected often in negative areas. You've been able to keep yours on really. I mean, we all make mistakes.
Right.
But,
That's right.
But I mean, from the bill to now you're into thinking widows, you are open to being led. Do you know that?
You know, I never thought about it that way, B.
Okay, so you are openly God. You are an immovable force, and yet you move so smoothly. Do you ever think about that? Do you know? I mean, so that means God's moving you, because that's the only one that can move you. If I lean on you, not only weight and size, you can lean on me. We play basketball, you can get you a rebound.
Right.
And in life, you've weathered Frank, and I mean, what else can finances? Because if he's gone, there's a financial strain, there's a emotional strain, they don't care your bills that your husband has passed and you're king. They want the bills paid.
Right.
And you're
I'm
still.
glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you brought that out.
Please.
Because, people see money. Oh, y'all got paid. Da, da, da. They're not looking at, I was on my husband's insurance. That's gone. My children don't have a father. I'm still
millions. Next generation.
Yes.
Millions.
They're not looking at that at all.
They don't compensate enough.
Right.
How do you compensate a life? A man that would touch 2 to 3 generations personally. How do you I mean, the 10 grandkids,
Absolutely.
Never get carried on the back, and and have that bond that they remember, Grandpa Frank and whatever they would have called him,
And if I said, guess what else the main thing is? There's no place that friends remains. And I tell widows all the time, I wish that we had what y'all had, the opportunity that me and my children could have gotten together and picked out a suit or a casket and all that kind of stuff. And literally, I just believe that
it's
no
closure.
one deserves for their life not to be celebrated.
Yeah. Yeah, and no matter where you put his name, deep down when you stand there, that he ain't there.
Right.
And even if you go stand at the ocean,
Right. Right.
Wow, I have no idea how to even grasp that. But it allows us to get a glimpse into what widows deal with. We walk by, we hear the word widow, and we just skip right by it. Oh, she's a widow.
Yep.
Oh, he's an alcoholic. Oh, she's a widow. Yeah, she's a widow. Date again. Hey, have you seen that guy?
You used to being with one person for so long. It's like, where do you go from here? When you've accomplished things, like, we have a home, if Frank was here right now, I'm still living in the same house, still driving the same 2 cars. You know what I mean? I've made some changes, but I'm still there.
Yeah.
But
Do you feel like you're healed?
not completely, no.
I don't know if you ever will be.
No.
I think I know if he is the man enough to be called king, I think it's okay for it never to be totally closed.
Right.
That love.
Right.
And I'm not so sure we don't know each other in heaven.
Yeah.
I've been reading a little more about it. It's been pretty interesting. I always told, obviously, yes, God we are his bride and all that.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying we walk down the streets holding hands, but I don't know. That'd be pretty interesting.
It's very.
Yeah. Do you hear God in his voice still?
I do. This might sound weird, but sometimes I can hear
Please
things
say
in
it.
the house.
Yep.
Whereas I know that his spirit resonates
Yep.
there. And I had a deacon that come to my home one time, and his wife seen when I had my knee surgery done. And when he left, what he said? He said, "You got a sweet, sweet spirit in this house." And to me, my house hasn't been the same. I have clutter and this because I'm still going through.
I understand 100.
I'm still going through.
Yes.
And the thing is,
some things you won't even touch yet.
and not only that, in your family, the average family, when your loved one passed away, you do the funeral and all that repast. But guess what? We always have reminders. Every year, October 1st.
Even bills that come in with his
Yes.
name on it.
Yes. And for Christmas, December the 8th, we're going to be at the park putting up wreaths. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a constant reminder.
Which part?
Dames Point, they made it the El Faro Park right under the bridge.
What time?
I'll probably be there around about 10 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock. You want to come?
Yeah,
You can be my guest.
10 a.m.?
Yeah.
Oh,
B, you want to come? It's
okay.
fun.
I
Some of
might
the
even
family
drag
members
Becky.
come. Yeah, some of the family members come, and we have wreaths.
I would
And
love
they
to pay
hang 'em up.
honor to those men.
I'll let you hang up Frank's.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
let you hang up Frank's wreath.
I don't know that I would want to do that. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that. That's an honor. I
I'll
think
let
I
you
want
hang up
you
Frank's.
to.
Yeah.
We'll talk. Well, I'll be
You
there.
could be my guest.
I would love to. I'll talk to Becky too. She'd love to. That'd be fun to go. And it's not just fun to experience. I love honoring those that have moved on before me. I like to, even on TikTok, somebody will come across, and I get a lot of widows on my TikTok. It's sort of interesting. It's Drift with Brett, by the way, on TikTok, and I get a lot of widows in there, and I go to the beach a lot. And I write their name on the beach. I mean, these people they don't go to the beach. And we do a little heart, and I've learned how to write it backwards.
That is so
And
cool.
one of them's Tom. So I've been around a lot of widows recently, and I don't really know why, but the algorithm's weird. It listens to you. It's weird. I started talking about Texas because my son plays baseball in Texas. And all of a sudden I get a lot of Texas people on there. Yeah, so I started talking about Florida and wealthy people that want to just give me money, and I want to see if the algorithm will actually send it to me, but I don't think it will. So, yeah, see that little bomb right there.
It was.
I don't care. On the floor, it's so much fun to bomb for me.
You keep going.
I'm just socially awkward, which sort of works in the comedy world, because when it gets started, it is fun. It is fun when you get that
Got
ball
to keep
rolling.
going. Got to keep going.
That's sort of
Stop.
a theme in your life. You just
Absolutely.
gotta
Let
keep
me tell
going.
you, it's become unstoppable.
Hmm.
When I've had, excuse me, close friends to say, "Are you thinking about what you're talking about? You thinking about this, the bill pass?" It's like I just said it. I wasn't even thinking about
Yep.
the criterias of it,
Yep.
And when I got it, and
Well, had you
sitting-
known, would you even have done it?
Oh my God.
I mean, if like buying anything we do big, if I'd have known every detail, I don't know if I'd have gotten in.
Even say now,
And, but nothing scares you now, does it?
It does not, and I know it was nobody but the grace of God, because people go on my page and they be like, "I feel like I'm with you. You're so adventurous. You're so fun." But during the time when I was really hurt, people was like, "Are you holding up?" And I said,
Okay, it's funny you say that. It's not funny. It's not a coincidence. My mentors tell me write down every coincidence and tell me there is no God. In a day, write down your coincidences. Like, man, that guy just said this. That was, Frank used to say it. No, my son, that's not. And then look at the message that's being told. I mean, the God that I know speaks through you. Speaks through Frank. I'll remember Frank. And I mean, there'll be times in the day that he will come to remembrance, and it'll usually be times where I'm having self-pity. And then I try to think of others that are hurting more than me. Well, Frank is missing out on a lot, selfishly as a human, I know he'd want to be there. And I know he's loving where he is as well. But I mean, I don't know how God deals with all that and why good things happen. I mean, why bad things happen to good people.
You said a mouthful right there, because being transparent, I know God, I'm down for God, but when this happened, I did not get mad with God. I questioned why. I'm a good person. I try to be good to people. Frank was a good person. And everybody knows every marriage is not peaches and
Absolutely.
cream. But I just felt like he didn't deserve to go out like that.
And you didn't.
And he was literally steering the ship. Frank was steering the ship when it went down. So my thing was, I wanted to at least meet the captain's wife, because Frank and the captain were the last two on the bridge.
They would have stayed.
And the captain didn't leave Frank. He stayed with him. You know what I'm saying? And so I've just become unstoppable. And the things that I'm doing now, it's almost like God has really blossomed me. Because when Frank was home, I really don't want to use the word restricted, but I had a family. Frank was out on the water, so I had kids. And
you allowed him to lead.
Right. He would get me together. He would say, "Okay, Ro, I'm the head. I said, well, you the head, but guess what? I'm the neck. And the
You
head
the
can't move without the
engine.
neck.
That's true. Y'all the engine. Y'all are the engine. You know, uh, Frank now today, do you see him in your actions?
I do. You know, Frank, he once told me, I'll always be with you. And even though he's not here physically, I really do feel that and I believe that.
Well, when you've been with somebody that long, you know how they think, which means in tough times today, God can call to remembrance through Frank's voices, his words.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
and I don't, and I think that's the important part of a relationship is if we don't stay in tune with each other, there are so many wisdoms that a woman will give a man. And if I'm not in tune with her, then I'm not, if I'm mad, then I'm not going to be paying attention anyways. And it doesn't always have to come from a wife. It can be from a mother or, you know, sister. Or, but y'all are, I don't know if you know, but y'all are mouthpieces for knuckleheads like me.
Well, Frank will tell you I gotta be mouth.
We need it though. Sometimes some of us need it. Was he a roughneck? And what I mean by roughneck, blue collar, hard working, just grinder.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was that. He was funny.
Yeah.
He was
Work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
Maritime, that's a whole nother world.
It is.
I mean, they come out of the birth being sliced on with their tongues.
Right.
I mean, you're brutal to the newbies in there.
Exactly.
I had one guy that was in maritime that fell on one of the grates. The grate got him in the eye. This was in the 90s. And I mean, even gross, but it happened. So he had a fake eye. And we were out drinking beer one time back when I used to drink. And he was broke. He lived out in Middleburg. And he would drop his eye in my beer. And he was that maritime. And like one day he was cold. We were on the construction site, so I gave him one of my sweatshirts, and I'm poor, right? I gave him my canary yellow Nike sweatshirt that I go play basketball. He rolled on it. That's the first thing he did when he put on was roll on it. It was just one of them knuckleheads. Like he was just that maritime. He was wild, man. And his hair was always, and he was witty and smart mouthed, and you could never tell if he was serious or not. Right. Was Frank like that? I mean, just is he serious?
But I had to get them together.
Oh no! Well, Mama spoke now. That's a whole nother story.
Oh yeah. I remember when he was on the ship and he was working full time in Charleston. And I went one time because I was wondering why my little mats and all that kind of stuff is missing, right? And my bowls and stuff. I get on the ship, he got everything in his quarters. I said, Frank,
that's sweet.
I said, why does this room look like this? So we took everything out, cleaned it and everything. So he told me, he said, you got my friends up here teasing me. He told me, we need to get Mom Hamm up here to get you together.
They ain't nothing better when y'all spoil us. They ain't nothing better. That's funny. No great grandkids though, right? So okay.
I'm fine at 53 now.
Okay. Oh, 53, really? You look good. Okay. Hey, so you can be around for a long time.
Get a boy.
I know. Do you think you're ready to date?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm very particular, and I'm very funny, and I move in silence. You'll never see me booed up with nobody on Facebook, anything like that. You know what I mean? I have.
Well, you have a lot of kids too, and you're not going to drag them up and through and down.
And the thing is, these days you really, really have to be careful because it's like someone can be interested in me, but how do I know they're not preying on my babies? On my children.
Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy times we're living in now.
I trust kids' instincts. I always taught my kids, my wife, I said, you trust their instincts.
That's right.
And I've said this before. Zach, I'll never forget, he was like 6'7". We were going to the soccer field at Fleming Island, and it was packed, and we were going to our game. There were smaller fields then, and he's walking, and this guy came up. I'd never seen the guy, and he started talking to Bam. And Bam was little, and Bam wouldn't even look at him. And Bam was nice to everybody. Bam wouldn't look at him. And I knew my son. And I'm not saying there was anything that went on, but I'd never seen the guy. And so Dawn and the kids went to the thing, and I followed the guy everywhere. Everywhere he went, I was behind him. And he never went to a field. And then he ultimately left. What I think it is warming up a kid to then come back. Remember, I met you with your daddy. And, that's where my mind was. And I have told everybody, and I will tell my kids this: don't ever apologize for being a hawk, even on me.
That's right.
That's your kids. Don't
Right.
ever apologize. That don't mean be a helicopter mom or dad. But if my gut tells me something about perversions,
That's right.
I will because of someone like me, I would never be offended at a mom or dad that was protecting their. I would understand what they were doing,
Right. Right.
unless I had ulterior motives. Then I
Right.
guess and,
Right.
and so I come in hot when it came to that stuff with my
I
kids.
don't blame you. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Especially about my babies.
I didn't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
And I know people that had to deal with that locally,
Mm.
that had, I want to be very careful what I say, that had a local coach recently in the Clay County area that I think he got from that.
And
What
it
a
goes
mess.
back- not to coaches, but we would say-
You know, spiritual warfare is a funny thing. I think if there is a God, there is a lower being, right? And I'll call him devil, Satan, whatever, Lucifer, whatever the Bible calls him. I don't care what you call him. I do know this. I see the movement of, and to build these fancy buildings and then to slowly tear them down, tear the leaders down right in front of everybody to destroy the religion. You know, that's why I love spirituality. Now, I go to a church, I go to a building, but that's not where my spirituality lays, you know. And I'll go into some of these buildings sometimes and you can see those that would appear to be, hey, look here,
That's right.
or the feel good.
That's
I
right.
want to make sure I'm not on a feel good trip. Feel good don't last.
No,
It doesn't keep my motor moving. In order to get the things done you do, it's got to be more than just I love Frank. You know, there's a passion behind what you did, and it wasn't just because Frank was gone. It wasn't to save Frank. You had a passion to save the next, in honor of Frank. There's no more honorable, and obviously you got a bill passed, a federal
that's-
bill.
You know, one of the things that amazed me when I first started out was his team told me to do a online petition. So I went on change.org and did an online petition.
Mm-hmm.
I got almost 12,000 signatures from people all over the world.
You can touch people.
Yes, and I was like, wow. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, there is a need, you know what I mean, for this. Because people don't realize when they leave here, they are servicing the world. They don't just take cars
Yep.
to places. They're taking food.
Yep.
This is, you know, those vessels traffic the circus.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that or not.
I did not.
Yeah,
I did not.
yeah,
No, Lord, I'm going to tell her. I promise.
yeah.
Okay. He's not shutting up. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. So exactly what you just said is your God going, hey, sweetie, I got something bigger for you. Look how many people are accepting this. And they're coming from all over the world. So I learned whatever they build for negative, because social media can get, you can get addicted to it. You can make it a Tinder place. You can go searching around for women and men and every decadent thing you could think about. But underneath there is a whole bunch of wounded people that are truly searching for the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little weird. Now, Satan hates it, but you can literally use the tools that he has, that he uses for good.
Right. And my thing is, my life story, my journey, I want it to be no matter what happens, that God still get the glory.
You said something a while back, and I want to circle back around. You said, I let go. You know, the old adage of tie a knot and hang on to the end. I remember in early sobriety, and I was looking at prison time, and I'd really messed up my life, and I didn't even know it until after I'd quit drinking and everything. And it was 2.5 years going through all this and financial strains, and I'd put myself in a mess. And I remember holding on, and I was like, you know what? I'm letting go. And I remember talking to my God the way I understood him, the way, and I said, you better catch me. You know who taught me to talk like that? Matt Blythe. Matt Blythe used to fly planes for the Tebows, and he wrote a book. I need to get him on here. He wrote a book as well because he went through some tragedy in life. And where am I going with this? Oh, when I was going through some of my headaches that I had brought on myself, unlike you, you're just dealing with life tragedies. I was really angry, and he said, Brett, when your kids are mad, he said, do you discard them? Are you done with them? I was like, no. He said, I think God can handle your anger. And that was the first time. I mean, I hollered at him before, but I felt guilty. That was the first time I felt comfortable. When I got home, I was like, hey, hey, because the one I knew threw lightning bolts, right?
Right.
And I began the understanding of who God really is for me began to shift as he and I walked through that pain that you walked through. And I don't pretend to say I walked through that, but the pains that I walked through were big for me, and it changed who I was. And it changed. It's just like you and Frank. I mean, y'all went through things in life that made your bond stronger. That's this. You know, so in reality, you really are still walking with Frank because God was y'all's centerpiece and God's still your centerpiece and he's still his centerpiece. Somehow I think that energy sticks. And Kirk Cameron did 2 movies, Why Bad Things Happen to Good People.
Oh.
I don't know if you've seen them. If not, I would suggest you watch them.
Okay.
I watched them and my jaw dropped.
Mm.
Kirk was, the 80s, the sitcom guy, and then began a spiritual walk decades ago, left Hollywood, and now does a lot of Christian music, Christian movies and everything. And he did those 2 movies. And it helped me understand for people that have been through stuff like you, how to explain that. I'm not going to try to explain it. And I'll post a link on it as well. I'm sure it's free now. But it is, because it's probably been 15 years now since he made it. But I was like, oh, and it's about an imperfect world. And it's about this life here isn't fair. We're trying to base it on a fair life.
Right.
And I'm not saying I liked what he said, but I see it in the Bible. And he talks about it very loving. It's really interesting how he goes through it. So I've encouraged that to a lot of widows. And who knows, maybe somebody will watch it and everything.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah. Do you see Frank in your grandkids?
Oh, my goodness.
Is that eerie or what? I mean, is it the facial stuff? I mean, like the tweaks. Okay, it's a little eerie. One of my dear mentors, when I met his daughter, I mean, she's 30-something, and she just had his mannerisms. I was like, that's weird. And they weren't around each other a lot. What do you think Frank would say of who you are today?
You going deep, E.
I didn't.
You going deep.
Yeah.
E. I think that he would tell me how proud he is.
Holy shit. Okay, I was leaning in. Y'all will see this. When you watch, I was leaning in. I was about to go, I'm so proud of you. That's what was coming out of my mouth. It was as clear as day in me.
Yeah.
So that is 2, where 2 or more gathered, he speaks.
I think
Because I'm proud of you.
thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know why I was left to do, but then again,
Yes, you do now. Yes, you do.
I see it.
See how
I see
quick
it
we
now.
say that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
see
do
it
now.
because I have to help others.
Yeah.
And be a blessing to others, no matter how painful it is. And I was second guessing doing the widows thing, and I'm like, I'm still having these breakdowns and stuff. How can I help somebody else? But God said, you got to do this.
What's the name? Did you?
SWAT. Yes.
Okay,
I'm already have a name. SWAT.
SWAT.
Yes.
Give it-
Strong widows / widowers together.
I love it.
Yeah. I'll go ahead on and get my paperwork and all that.
Well, it's already documented here now, so.
Yeah.
You can sell t-shirts. There's so much you can do with this. I mean, on TikTok, you could sell 10,000 t-shirts. This is about just money. You and I know what that money can do. And I know what you would do with that money. That's why I'm pressing this a little bit. Why I'm pushing so hard. I don't care what y'all paying attention. Everybody go, yes, tell her. Because, literally while I'm talking, I haven't done it either. I have these breadisms. And they're always, I say hold please a lot. Like, hold please. And they want me to do it on a shirt. There's one girl who went and got one printed. And it's called breadisms. And you can sell and make money for just profit. For what you do, this SWAT, with what you just said, it's catchy and there's a purpose behind it. When you have those, and then you as the main driving character, and then Frank and God behind it, and the other 32, and all those, yeah, this thing has some legs. Yeah, there's power in this. If nothing else, I hope this was validation for you.
This was.
Okay, because it was for me. Because I'm gonna be bugging you now. So I hear you. Yes, sir. They ain't shutting. You know what I'm talking about. I don't care. Y'all think we're crazy. They ain't shutting up. I mean, it is loud,
Right.
and they don't get loud with me. But this is loud.
Yeah.
Move. Yeah, I know. We stopping. You're gonna come back. What I'd like to do is stop. I didn't get everything in I wanted, but this is where I want to end. And I want you to come back once you have it set.
Okay.
And let's just talk a little more only about the process and what you're doing and where you're going. And other people can come and sit and watch. And
Okay.
we want to take some pictures so we start building some power for you and your company and all that. And
Thank you.
I know some people I would love to introduce you to
Okay.
that are good people. So thank you so much
Thank you.
for being here, Miss Hamm. You are going to love this.
Okay.
There's a healing on stage. There's something different on here when you get to go back and watch you be not just the funny Hamm,
Right.
but be the vulnerable Hamm. And there are going to be ladies on here that are going to reach out. And I have got to get an email. I know for All About the Grind because they're emailing me on private message and you tell her she's this and I'll always send out, and there'll be some that may want to talk to you directly, and she gave her number and I will put that on there for you as well. So what is up? Hang on, let me skip this forward. So what is up for the next month or two, like the comedy side? Do you have anything coming up?
I do. I have. I got a lot coming up.
Okay, so we'll find that on your Facebook page.
Yes,
right?
I post everything. Yes.
Okay, we'll find it all. But what's like the latest? Anything coming up that men and women can go to? Because you do a lot of lady stuff only, right? Okay, I think I got sidetracked with the women's the women's 501c3.
Yeah, with the organization.
Yeah.
So, if men and women can come to my shows.
Okay.
And I always post the flyers.
Okay.
And everything. I have an assignment to do 2 speaking engagements. One is going to be in Baltimore, and one will be here.
Do you have a manager?
I do not, and I want one of my kids to, because I don't trust anybody,
That's good.
Yeah, I don't trust anybody, and it has to be somebody that I trust because I move so much.
Yep.
My daughter wants to be my manager, but she just had a baby, so she has 4.
It can be done from home. Well, you're right. Setting up and
Yeah.
making sure things are done right.
Right.
The road manager,
Right.
that's tough.
Yeah.
But for now, where you are, 65% of it can be done.
Right.
I look forward to watching you grow. The comedic side, but I don't know if that's where your stopping point is. It may be, but all of a sudden, you being a comedic giant is so small compared to what you could do with SWAT and with all that. I mean, I won't forget that. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your
welcome. Thank you.
vulnerability. Hey, listen, if you like this, find Miss Hamm. Take a look at all the links that I'm going to put on there. Find her, share and subscribe. You do not understand. When you share this to your page, there's someone out there that's hurting. And if you do nothing else but get that on your page and allow God an opportunity to touch people. And, it's not all churching and going, but there are so many hurting people out in this world. And to hear someone like this who has walked through the fires that she has, the world needs to hear it. Y'all get behind her, support her. Thank y'all so much for the support here. We're at over 150 subscribers now. What are y'all doing, you bunch of idiots? What are y'all doing with me? See y'all later.
See, you all right. This was fun.
You did great. Now remember, we're still hot. Hang on, let's see. Yeah, y'all want to hear everything. You ain't hear nothing. Now watch these people. They're always paying attention. They won't stop until you stop. Bye, Felicia.